And yesterday I ran out of my craft energy pot. And when you do that, you really push yourself hard. Good morning, guys. It is Thursday morning. Today I have a appointment with my bosses to talk about maybe possibly go back to work in the middle of November. I'm feeling a lot better overall. Today is one of those outlier days. Both my tummy decided to start messing with me, or the lower intestine started to mess with me. It's not as bad as it was on Friday, but it is painful. And it has to do with that I haven't fully recovered from the weekend. It's going to mess with me off and on, and yesterday I chose to go and have sushi, and I'm not really sure that that was a good idea. So yeah. Also, I'm super exhausted because I did all of the things yesterday. So I need to see how my recovery is. And what I mean with the recovery is not if I'm getting better or not. I'm meaning if I overdo it, how long time does it take for me to recover? Kind of see that recovery speed, because I am going to have to try doing more and more and more, and I have to really figure out how much I can do. However, yesterday I knew I crossed the line. Like, I had so much back pain, I just continued pushing through anyhow yesterday's evening. I should have just left, but I really want to finish this. I'm doing a huge kind of prep work for the 1st of November. So for the full of November has the 30-day coloring challenge, and that is why I need to do the prep work, and I'm going to go into that. But the other thing I did yesterday was actually getting the videos up. So I have gradually like edited my little card video, the card I showed the other day, and I actually got them up yesterday, and that actually takes a little bit of while. So I was kind of pushing myself to get that out, because I felt that today would be the last day to make it public. Anything later didn't really work because it was Halloween. That's the only bad thing about working with like themed things, is that if you're working towards a holiday, and like me this time I had 2 huge things happen the last 2 weeks. So even though I actually finished the card, I think it was in the beginning of like 2 weeks ago, I haven't been able to edit anything or do anything or kind of spread out that time properly, because I have had to deal with everything else. So I still wanted to get it up. I wanted to get it up last week and I didn't, and I'm a little bit sad about that, because I'm not going to get as much views just because it's Halloween, and Halloween is tomorrow. So yeah. But I did get it up. There were some really nice comments on it. I didn't get at all the same amount of views as I got from the other video, the video I put up 2 weeks ago, or yeah, the 18th. But I knew that would be the case because of when I uploaded it, what it is about and stuff like that. Anyhow, that is done. It's up and shared and everything, and I should have stopped there. I should have gone and sit down and cross stitch for the rest of the day when that was finished. I was already tired by then. I was like feeling the exhaustion a little bit, and I had trained, but I felt like I have this idea and I really want to see if I can get that done. So what I did yesterday was I made card bases, or I made everything for the card bases, and then I get to put everything together today when I get home from all of my meetings. We'll see how I feel and everything. But I made a card base, or 30 of these. I made 30 of these little strips which says thank you for your hard work. So these are just stamped and then heat embossed with, this is with white embossing powder. I have light blue with white, and then I have these white ones which has platinum Ranger Platinum something metallic kind of thing. So I did 30 of those, or I did a little bit more than 30 of those, because when I was cutting the card bases, I got these strips that I cut down to be 3 inches wide, because that is what the wideness of the card base and this exact stamp is. So I then had those little strips, so I just stamped a couple of the sentiments on it, did all the heat embossing on multiple sentiments at one time, and then I just cut them down. So I was very much doing it like belt style, what's it called? Factory style. Anyhow, I did the card base, I cut the card bases, I scored the card bases, I stamped and heat embossed everything, because you have to do it at the same time. You have to stamp it, dip it in the heat embossing, tap it off, and then heat it, and then you can go on to the next one. And then I also did some cutting. I cut out some pattern paper. Everything is from the same brand, and those were, I cut 3 of these. It's a pretty thin cardstock that these come with, so I cut 3 of these at once, and I cut out I think 32 of them, so that I now can have 30 card bases, because it is a 30-day coloring challenge, and I wanted, usually I just put all the images in a bowl. I think the one that was last year around this time, I did make cards with them, because I think I used them to make my thank you cards for last year, but I did it afterwards. This year I actually want to share them every day as a card, so reducing the card making every day and just having to color, cut and paste it in onto the card with some dimensional tape. That is such small work, so that should be no problem at all to do. So yeah, that is what I did yesterday evening, and that was way too much to do. So pain today, tired today, and then also the lower intestines being a little bit of a bad guy. But yeah, my morning has been cross-stitching, and I'm gonna go back to cross-stitching because I am so tired. I don't want to do this before I go and meet my bosses and have my doctor's appointment. But after that, I am going to think about, see if I'm gonna put this together, which is probably what I'm gonna do, because it shouldn't take me more than like 15-20 minutes to do. The last steps, like tape, put down, remove tape of the other one, put that down, and that card base is done. I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to look into making a card for the little girl, because I want to do a shaker, because shaker cards can be so much fun for small children. So yeah, but right now I'm going to sit back down. I'm going to say good morning, and I hope you have an awesome day. It's time for me to head out in just a minute. I have spent it cross-stitching. The hours that has passed has been cross-stitching, watching YouTube. I have had my breakfast, I have gotten some clothes on. I still have to change my pants though. And yeah, the stitching is going super fast. It is so much, like the hours that I sit now, I've done like 200 to 300 not hours, stitches. It's just producing stitches, and it feels so good, because you come to a point where like, am I really this slow? Like comparative to how I work before. I try to only compare myself to myself when it comes to speed of stitching and stuff like that, because everyone has their own techniques, and they also have their own like hours and time and all of those things. So never try to kind of compare yourself to me. I have tried to streamline my process of stitching as much as I can, but I think that if I had a proper stand and set a different way, I might actually get it even faster. So I could probably, there's probably time to win, but honestly I don't need to. I don't need to. But yeah, so I stitched watched YouTube, I ate, and I'm really taking it slow this morning so that I can go to these meetings and do all of those things. I'm gonna head out though, because I think I'm gonna pick up a cup of coffee, and that actually won't cost me any money. One of our kind of coffee chains that we have in Sweden, you pay with an app. They don't take cash, they take credit card or the app, and the app you have to pre-charge a certain amount of money. So I actually pre-charged this 2 months ago. Yeah, I didn't have one charge this month, so 2 months ago I pre-charged it, and I've been very, very good at not having coffee when I'm out. I'm being very, very picky about it. So I still have quite a lot of money left on the card, so I thought today would be a good day. I know I'm going to most likely get a coffee in on Saturday, because we're going to visit Christopher's brother on Saturday and celebrate his daughter's birthday. So we're going to go there to their family, and most likely on the way I will pick up a coffee, but I am going to allow myself a coffee today with those money that I have left. I do have more money left on the card, so it's not just one coffee left in there, but yeah. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. But first I'm gonna get dressed and everything. My tummy is aching. Oh god, it's aching. Or the lower intestines. It's just the lower intestines. It's very, very obvious, just the lower intestines. But yeah, I also have a couple of phone calls that I really should make, but I just haven't. I have kind of pushed it on the shelf of things that I don't have the energy to do. I have like different energy pots. I have things that are rough to do energy pots, and then I have craft energy pots, and yesterday I ran out of my craft energy pot, and when you do that you really push yourself hard. But yeah, heading out. I'm back home. The doctor's appointment went well. The meeting with my boss went well. By the way, I need to send him some contact information. Yeah, I have to do that. I am going to have some lunch. I'm starting with some cooked broccoli. My tummy issues just haven't gone away today, like the intestinal issues. So I'm feeling a bit nauseous, and decided that, well, I need something that I can have a little bit of chew on, and that is nice to my tummy. So I cooked up some frozen broccoli, and that is my first food. And I decided to record this before I do that, because I am going to have broccoli in all my teeth, so I'm gonna have to brush my teeth afterwards. But yeah, so I don't pick it up and you're like, there's broccoli everywhere. The plan is, well, transfer that contact information to my boss, and then I'm going to do a little mini Q&A post for my YouTube channel, not this vlog, but to the other channel. I also realized I really need to switch out my logo, because I have the wrong logo on my Craftable Creations YouTube page. I did not know that. Need to fix that. But yeah, I want to do a Q&A for my YouTube channel and see if anyone have any questions to my end that I can answer, because I have a plan, hopefully tomorrow afternoon, after I've been training and I've been to the doctors, or before that, to record a Q&A or a crafty coffee, kind of talking a little bit about the channel, what I'm planning on the channel, and a little bit of life, and a little bit of a Q&A for anything they want. So I thought, why not send out on the community tab and on Instagram like a little, I want your questions and you can send my answers. I'm gonna learn how to do the story thing on Instagram, so kind of cool. But yeah, I'm gonna eat and do that, and then we'll see. I'm really nauseous. But broccoli might help. So I spent like the biggest part of the rest of the day just stitching because I have been so tired. And I think it's a combination. I didn't really sleep last night. I pushed me pretty hard the day before. And I had a lot of tummy cramps. And right now I'm so tired that my brain just don't want to work. I have a hard time focusing and stuff. Like my eyes won't properly focus. So I'm going to go to bed and we're not going to talk so much today. So I'm going to say good night, sleep tight, don't let the bed bugs bite. Bye!